Hey, chiropractors, welcome to Modern Chiropractic Mastery with your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, where we discuss the latest in marketing, business, and professional growth with some of the leading experts in the industry. Welcome to another episode of Modern Chiropractic Mastery. This is your host, Dr. Kevin Christie, and today I'm going to bring some positivity to you. Every year about this time, I go to Strategic Coach for my last workshop of the year, and one of the things that I've been trained by them to do is a positive focus for the year. And this year is no different. As this episode comes out, I have just attended my Strategic Coach workshop, and I really, sat down and put some thought into this year's positive focus because just like every year, there's a lot of ups and downs in your life, in your practice, and you have to look at the positives. And even in the hardest of years, you're going to have a lot of positivity and a lot of growth. And this year has had its bumps, just like every year. But now it's December and it's just been a really good year. And it's exciting to sit down and look at that and realize that, yeah, of course, there was challenges, there was growing pains and things that you didn't expect. But overall, as I looked back at my year, we made a lot of progress forward. And that's what's good about sitting down and doing a positive focus. And that's what Strategic Coach calls it. And they really break it down into, they have a document and they break it down into 4 categories. It's the achievement, the reason why that was an achievement, any further progress you still have to make with that, and then your first action on that further progress. And so I encourage you to take the time before you start planning and doing all your 2024 planning and kind of putting a bow on 2023 is to sit down and write out at least 5 things that you have gratitude for that were positive in this year. And I'm going to go through 5 and just kind of break it down a little bit and give you an idea of what I'm talking about, and then just some of the progress we had, and hopefully you can sit down and talk about that as well. Okay. Number 1 for me was MCM in general has really solidified greatly this year. In 2022, so the summer of 2022, so about a year and a half ago, we really transformed a company from, one-on-one coaching only to marketing done for you and coaching. And we've even taken it a step further this year where we've got different tiers and offerings. Our signature program is group coaching and marketing done for you. We have some solo one-on-one coaching with marketing options, group coaching only options. So we've really tailored it to the needs of the chiropractor. And so that's been really good. But just in general, we've really solidified our operations. I've got a team now that really is working together and seeing the bigger vision and achieving those things. And, instead of having a we can't do that mindset, it's been a much more of we can make that happen mindset. And that was a culture shift that we really needed. And we've gotten such good feedback from our members on things to continue to improve. And so they've been part of that process as well, which has been awesome. And so we've really enhanced our operations. And so once we were able to do that, we've been adding some things, and we've added some more content from our marketing. We've added different aspects to our, like the different tiers of the coaching and such. And so we've just, ultimately had some necessary endings that we needed to have in our business. And that really was, there's a great book called Necessary Endings by Dr. Henry Cloud. And he talks about sometimes in your life and sometimes in your business, you've got to prune it like you would a rose bush. And, the reason why you prune that bush is that it helps it grow better. And so just like that, in your personal lives or your business life, sometimes you have to prune things for them to grow. And I would say if I had to kind of encapsulate 2023 for MCM, it was that. And that's been just a real big positive for our company. And from there, we're able to add a new associate coach. Excited to announce that we have Dr. Ashley Jordan, who is now joining myself and Dr. Kurt Kippenberger as coaches for MCM. And she's just been someone that's been one of our clients from the beginning. Her and Brittany have completely transformed their practice. They've done everything that you'd want to do, and they've just got a remarkable practice now. And so it's exciting to add her as a coach, and not only just a coach, she's also joining our mastermind group. Her and Brittany are, and so that's awesome. And so we're growing, and it took a little bit of that pruning of the bush that we mentioned to be able to allow for that. And so very exciting things for MCM. Some further progress and some actions on that. We're looking to add a couple new things to MCM that we offer chiropractors. We've kind of earmarked some pain points that are out there for chiropractors, and there's some programs we're looking to add to really solve that pain point. And so there'll be more on that in the coming months, but we're excited to make some further progress as a company there. Number two is the mastermind, which is a part of MCM, but I just want to tease that out a little bit. We had a great year. We've had all 4 in-person meetings for our East cohort, and it just went really good. Last year, 2022 was the first year of the mastermind. We had 14 members. Then we had 22 members for this year. We kept everybody from 2022 to 2023, and then we added some. And then now we're at our 25 number max. We're capping it at 25 on the East. So the vast majority returned again for 2024. And then we added a handful more to get to that 25 number. And we've got an exciting 2024 plan for the East. And we added a West cohort. And so that's another positive is since we did max out the East cohort, we did realize that there's a whole other side of the country and it was hard to get from one side to the other. We have launched a West cohort. We did hit our number that we needed to make it go. We are still open for some. There are some availabilities, and we highly recommend you check that out on our website, modernchiropracticmarketing.com. And we'd love to have you. Our goal is to grow and develop the West cohort just like we did the East cohort, and that's exciting. Some of the next step for that West cohort is our first meeting will be in February in Phoenix, Arizona. And we've got Dr. Jay Greenstein being our lead presenter for that particular weekend. He was the first to kick off 2022, and it went amazing. So we're bringing him to kick off the West cohort in 2024. We've got Brett Winchester kicking off the year in January for the East cohort. So we're bringing the big guns to come really facilitate the first weekends, and we're excited about that. Next for the mastermind, we just announced we had our 5K scholarship. So the mastermind group put together a 5K scholarship, which was for a chiropractor that has, within the last couple years, opened up their practice. And so we put together a whole application process. We had over 50 people apply to it. And we officially, just as of a couple of days ago, picked our winner, and that is Dr. Brad Nitzel. And he's going to be the $5,000 scholarship winner. And we're excited to let him know that. And this is the first kind of time we're announcing it on the podcast. But we're really excited to be able to give back. We had some parameters around who could apply. We have some parameters around how they can utilize the funds. But we wanted to give back to an entrepreneurial chiropractor. And so that was the first time we've done that this year. And I'm pretty excited about that. Number 3 is HealthFit, my practice, my chiropractic practice. We fully renovated the office. We started that in 2022, but we finished in early 23. And that was exciting to really freshen it up and make it look more modern. And, every 10 years, you kind of have to do stuff like that. And so we got that. I'm back into patient care, which has actually been a lot more of a positive than I expected. When when I unexpectedly had to get into patient care, but the practice has been doing awesome. I've had a cool run over the last couple weeks where I've had a lot of different unique pro athletes coming in from various connections, and that's been fun. It's really invigorated me with that. I've got something really lined up exciting that should kind of finalize in early, probably Q1 of 2024, and I'll share at that point. But going to really be able to probably develop the sports chiropractic practice that I always wanted, and this opportunity is going to allow for that and put me in a role that I'm excited for. But I will let that know when that actually happens, because you never want to count your chickens before they hatch, right? So a lot of positivity in the practice, good growth. We definitely had some bumps in the road this particular year, but it's rounding out to make for a great year in the practice from a profitability standpoint, and that is exciting. Let's take a break from today's episode and announce our first sponsor. This is going to be Propel Marketing and Design. I've known Darcy Sullivan for years. We've worked hand in hand on my websites. I don't trust anybody else to do this search engine optimization. She does a great job. There's so much to it. A lot of the lingo and the words are beyond my comprehension, but it's just amazing work that she does. And if you're really going to get results with Google, you have to make sure your website is SEO optimized. And I really don't want you doing it yourself as a chiropractor. So you just have to have this type of stuff done. And if you're looking to get more organic online traffic that pulls in new patients, Propel Marketing and Design is currently offering chiropractors who listen to this podcast a free SEO website review. The free review will help you uncover methods that will improve your website and boost your search engine visibility. Head over to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor and schedule your free SEO website review. You won't regret it. She gets great results. Your website needs this. Your search results need this. Head on over there to propelyourcompany.com/chiropractor to get your free SEO website review. Number 4 is leadership development. I've talked a lot about this over the year. I really doubled down over this for the last year and a half, and it's hasn't been easy. I hired Dr. Emmanuel Astruck, who's been on the podcast, to help really guide me on this, and he's done an amazing job doing that, really diving deep into it, understanding a lot of the different leadership styles, understanding the different philosophies of leadership, grasping that leadership is different than management. And maybe I don't enjoy management. That's why I've got an integrator now. And we've got really good team around me so I can provide vision and leadership, but not have to deal with the management side of things, which I'm just not that good at. And I was doing too much of it. I've also realized in my, leadership development, the things that are non-negotiables for me. And once I realize that there's a scenario, a situation, a person, a team member, whether it's my personal or business life, that is not congruent with that non-negotiable, that I need to really cut ties with that sooner than later. And there's going to be a percentage of scenarios and people and things of that nature that just are not a good fit for me. And I have to be okay with that. And I need to put people around our team members that are really seeing the vision and implementing that. And so that was part of my leadership development. I feel really good about where it's at. I did a 360, which is where you have people that are interviewed on my leadership, and it's anonymous, so they can provide great feedback. And so I did a lot of things to help continue the process of leadership development because there's no end point to it. But I would say this was the biggest leap I've taken in a particular year. And I've still got a lot more progress with that. And I'm not too sure what the further process is or the first action yet. I'm still getting clear on that for me in 2024. But I like the path that I'm on with that. Okay? Let's take a short break for one of our great sponsors, TrackStat. It is a new type of software plugin for your EHR that combines patient communication, marketing, automation, and statistics with patient and employee tracking. Built by chiropractors for chiropractors, it shows your team what to focus on each day. See patient visit habits, missing information, unpaid bills, insurance collection visit average, and more. Great visibility of data so you can focus on filling your office with your best patients. When you can see what your staff and patients are doing or not doing and take action accordingly, your profits naturally grow. Take TrackStat for a test drive in your office with our free trial. Not a techie, no problem, we can help. To get started on your free trial, visit trackstat.org and watch the demo. That is trackstat.org. And five, last but not least, is my personal life. We had a lot of great travel this year. We took the family and kids to Whitefish, Montana for an MPI seminar. That was really a ski trip attached onto it. That was awesome. We took my other side of the family to Key Largo for 5 days and had a great time there. We did some other travels, and I brought my wife and the kids to a couple of the mastermind weekends, which was fun. And so we just had a great travel year. No huge, big, long vacations, but a lot of good little ones. And that made for a lot of fun. My kids and my marriage are thriving. Like we're just in a really good place as a family, and it's fun and it's exciting to see the kids growing. My health is good, working out more than I have in a long time. Been sticking with that for the last couple years. Blood work is all good. Just a lot of positivities in the health and in the overall personal life. I think my big further progress for next year is we are going to take a little more of a substantial trip. I'm going to get a little more of my freedom of time back next year that I didn't have this second half of this year. And going to, make sure that we continue as a family to serve our family. We did go to New York City, my wife and I, this past weekend. So that was another part of the great travel for the holidays. I had to get ART recertified. So I did that, but then we did a lot of things together also. And we made this the vision casting weekend for my wife and I. And so Kurt and Krista Kippenberger, guest presented at our Naples weekend on vision casting for a Saturday morning. They're actually doing the vision casting on the last weekend of 2024 West Mastermind in San Diego to really help our members set the tone for their family in 2025 moving forward. But we did our vision casting in New York City this past weekend, and we got clear on what our family values are, what our vision is, what a deep life looks like, some of the needs and wants, some of the ways I can improve, some of the ways my wife can improve, some of the things we want to make sure we instill with our kids, and just talked about a lot of the future and getting on the same page. So that becomes our guiding light as a family. And so that was a really good weekend for that, and excited to implement some of the things we talked about at that vision casting weekend for my wife and I into 2024. So that's my positive focus. I really encourage you to sit down and do one, and don't make it all business, make it some personal, and realize we all had struggles this year, but it doesn't mean there wasn't a lot of positives. And you want to sit down and do that to realize the progress you are making in your life so that you can then have a clearing to plan out a great 2024. Hope that was helpful. Have a great rest of your year. Excited to be a part of it in any way I am. If you're listening to this, or if you're one of our members, our mastermind members, CSA members, or you just kind of peruse the closed Facebook group occasionally. So have a great rest of your week, great rest of your year, and talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you want to make the shift from busy, broke, and broken to time-free and cash confident, or you just want to continue with the exponential growth, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com. Look at the MCM Mastery tab, watch the short video on there, and check out what we are doing now for evidence-informed chiropractors. We are equal parts coaching and marketing done for you. Yes, you shoot some videos, we help you with campaign strategies and ideas and really become a thought leader in your community. You shoot those videos, you send them to us, we produce, edit, and brand them to you. Then we distribute them through all of your channels. We also take them and we turn it into one good blog per month. And every other month, we have Darcy Sullivan producing a robust blog with a topic that you pick from her database to help with your SEO. So we essentially become your content marketing agency to make sure your practice is always having ethical, elegant content marketing to help grow your practice. On the coaching side, we also help you with everything from marketing ideas to business, communications, finances, anything practice growth, and really try to help prevent you from being stuck on that island. And we hold you accountable. We have a great group of doctors that are just doing amazing things, and we look forward to help you out to take that next step in your practice. So again, check us out at modernchiropracticmarketing.com and learn more.